And welcome back to Pokemon Team videos, Pokemon Team Creation Series. The only time I'm using that name is actually in the playlist. I'm still calling it the Pokemon Team Series, but this one comes to us from, oh god, hold on, I believe it's the Mighty Twins. Is it the Mighty Twins? Yeah, Mighty Pup, Soups, Paw, Marshall, and Chase. Jeez, guys, with the names. Who asked the question, what is the Pokemon team of Bolt Fuchigami from the Buddyfight anime series? So, Buddyfight is another Yu-Gi-Oh! Clone series. And before I said, no, it's not, it came out before. Maybe it did, but let's be very clear. In terms of popularity, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the one that started it all. Actually, technically, Magic's the one that started it all. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Came off of Magic. Then you had Duel Masters. Obviously, you have Buddyfight. Bakugan technically kind of falls in that category as well. You have so many different... Card Vanguard is another one. So there's so many of them, but let's be honest, in terms of the dueling card anime series, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the first. I am not familiar with this series at all. So I had to really go by what I could find about this character and go from there. So what I could find about this character, is they use his cards known as the 100 Demons. That's his archetype. He released a Great Fiend called Yamagedo, and that's basically his buddy creature. He was hell-bent on consuming the Earth, and entire world along with his new buddy and just minions and just, taking over and stuff like that. But it turns out these are all false memories implanted by a character named Gratos, and he was actually happy with his family and all of that, so forth and so on. Oh god, that's what he looked like. So, going by this, I feel like I can kind of do a team for this guy. So first and foremost, let's get the first one out of the way, and that is, because I didn't know a lot about this guy, I did go with one that's just aesthetics. Aesthetics alone looks like he would go on his team, plus add a little bit of his name, which means Lightning Bolt. I went with Zeraora. And if you look at this guy's hair, I'll make this a little bit bigger. If you look at this guy's hair and stuff like that, it actually works pretty well. The image I wanted to use, I couldn't use for reasons. But no, he does definitely have a motif that definitely kind of works with a Zeraora a little bit. So yeah, Zeraora simply on the aesthetics alone. Now I go into stuff that actually does kind of meld them. So go with 100 100 demons? 100 demons. I had to stop and think, okay, is there anything that can represent 100 demons? When you're talking about demons, you're looking at either dark or ghost types. It's just that. And luckily, there is a Pokemon that is literally consisting of over 100 souls. Spiritomb. That actually makes a lot of sense. 100 demons, 100 and I believe 7 or 8. I think it's 7. Souls that are in to create a Spiritomb. So that actually worked out perfectly well. But then, if I'm going to go with that, I need to go with his ace, his buddy. Again, Great Fiend Yamagedo. That proved to be a bit more difficult to figure out. Because again, I know it's got to be either a ghost or a dark type. So I ultimately went with a dark type. And really, there's not much in terms of dark types that I could really go with that fit the mold. So I decided to go with Grimmsnarl. It's the close. When looking at the design of the character of Yamagedo, or the card, I'm like, yeah, that's probably as close as I'm getting. Because it's kind of like this weird Oni samurai thing. And that's about as close as you're going to get. Unless, Scarlet and Violet bring us something new. Which, again, I may at some point redo or revisit certain characters if new Mon in this generation come out that fit the motif better. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But, so yeah, Grimmsnarl is definitely up on the list. Then I knew I needed a Pokemon that definitely was representing the evil aspect. He wanted the world. He had evil aspirations. And there is literally only one Pokemon, even in dark types, whose Pokedex entry, and I always bring this up, is directly said to actually be evil and evil scheming and plotting. That's Malamar. Malamars are actually depicted as legitimately villainous Pokemon. So Malamar, and it's a dark psychic type, plus the psychic aspect, plus along with one of the other Pokemon we're about to see in just a second, works with the idea that he can actually steal memories from people and view them for his own. He actually is capable of doing that. I'm going to say that one who can do that for last, because there's more to it than that. A Pokemon, though, I needed for his insane hunger, though, that I'm like, okay, what can I do with that one? Because I'm thinking, okay, Snorlax, but Snorlax is more, yes, Snorlax eats a lot, it's big and fat, but it's powerhouse Pokemon, dude. I love Snorlax, but it's more known for sleeping and its laziness than anything else, and I can't really justify that. I'm like thinking Swalot? Well, Swalot, I don't know if it's ever, like, truly satisfied. I couldn't think of like a Pokemon that literally just, its hunger is never ceasing. For a moment, I thought Necrozma because it wants to absorb light, but no. And then this came to mind. I'm like, I needed something that was a little less on the legendary side anyway. Whoops. Well, Mewtwo wasn't the one. I meant to go with Morpeko. We'll explain Mewtwo in a second. Morpeko. Morpeko is electric type, which goes to his name. It fits a bit of his aesthetic, and it's got a hungry and hangry form. When it's hungry, it turns into the hangry form. I don't know. Something about Morpeko seemed to fit. Now, obviously, I spoiled the final one. I didn't want to put... One second. I didn't want to put Mewtwo on the team, in all honesty. I felt like it was too much of a powerhouse for a character like this. Well, an antagonist was a secondary antagonist. He wasn't a primary, apparently. But when I really look at the backstory of Mewtwo, especially when we get in the movie, it fits. This guy was basically playing with false memories, brainwashed to do what he wanted for him, to try to destroy the world, was used and abused, and in actuality was actually a good person who, loved his family and friends and just wanted to help them, and had a happy life. Mewtwo isn't exactly the same, but it's the closest thing in Pokemon, because if you try to go, it's like, well, what about Ash's Gengar? He was abandoned and all that, but yeah, it's not the same thing. In theory, you could take any Pokemon in the Pokemon series and give this guy's backstory, and you can make the argument, okay, that works. But Mewtwo's the only one who legitimately has a very similar backstory, where he was created, used, and abused by Giovanni, went on a rampage, and can steal memories, and wipe memories, but ultimately was reformed by the end. So, yeah, as much as I didn't want to put Mewtwo on the team, it was the only kind of one that made sense in terms of that logic behind him. But, yeah, that is the overall team for both Fuchigami from Buddyfight. Honestly, doing these types of videos for characters I know nothing about really gets a bit difficult. Like, even for some of the ones coming up later in the month. Now, all of them I know actually pretty well, surprisingly. But I like Doomslayer. Doomslayer, I know I'm going to do a Pokemon video at some point. I don't know Doomslayer very well, but I still know of the character and have at least seen games of Doom being played. So I at least have a base knowledge of that character. This guy I knew nothing about from the get. So these are the characters that I find a little difficult to do at points. But still, I did it. Let me know if you like this team, if you would completely disagree with this team. These are the teams that I have no issue being called out on, saying like, oh, you didn't do a good job. Well, what are you going to do? Anyway. Thanks for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified, and I'll see you later. I still got to pre-record what if for tomorrow, or who would win for tomorrow. I think I have a birthday suggestion that's been suggested to me for today. I don't know. The person just stated, oh, my sister's birthday. For my sister's birthday, do this. Well, that's great. You didn't specify your sister's birthday, so I'm just going to logically assume it is today or tomorrow. I'll do it for today. But as I've said, if you're going to give me a birthday request, at least do it a day prior so I'm not just put on the spot to do it. I have at least a little bit of prep time to form my opinion, make the thumbnail, all that. It really... I just ask you, give me that, because it really starts to get a little demanding after a while. And I know you guys are trying to do that. I know most of you aren't trying to do that, if all of you are not trying to do that. So, but it just comes off that way a little bit. It's like, do this, no, do that, give me some free people. Come on. But, in all seriousness, it's fine. Just please try to be a little courteous on my end. That's all I'm asking. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.